Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the NATA PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At NATA PR, we deal with real clients every day and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to this 51st episode of the NATA PR School podcast. PR and marketing laws, rule number 11, resources. You've probably heard it said that a good idea will never take off without the right financing. This statement, maybe it's more belief actually. It's so common, it's commonly accepted. But yes, it was true before internet. Now, thanks to internet, many startup business can explore, test. That's where we can create new concept for very little money, and you can do it on your own, which is amazing. You can start a business overnight alone. You can create your own video, your own content. Isn't that amazing, right? And this is where you can take the pulse of potential customers without making a massive investment. So yes, the rule of resources is still true, but not as much as it was. You can really start a business with very little resources today. However, without a plan or a set of recurring actions, repeated actions, it's going to be very difficult to grow, to keep the growth going. And that's why we strongly recommend you combine your social media platforms with media relations. If you look at some startup, some business people are really good at telling their story. They're really good at contacting the press, telling their story, and they combine it with their social media. This is why they are successful at the beginning. And they keep using those tools, obviously, as they grow. But we propose it at the school. Why? Because it's not crazy expensive to do that. And you may have heard me say that PR is the organic ingredient in your marketing plan. It's really powerful. Of course, you can write a blog. You can have, like me, a podcast too. This is organic and also extremely powerful. But PR also add an extremely powerful organic, which means not paid, part of your plan. And why? Because we don't pay any of the journalists to talk about your product on TV or in the press. And influencers at the beginning will be lined up if your product is super interesting. Let's say you have something vegan, green, bio, local, produced locally. They might be very keen to talk about you because you have something attractive that they want. And many of them will be ready to talk about you for free. You might have heard me say that 75% of our result for our clients are online. This means we were able to generate articles that are published in webzine, online magazines, online newspaper. Even TV segments are rebroadcast on websites today, most of them. And of course, you can add to that all your social media platforms. We're able to generate also influencers who will be presenting your product. And when you're starting up, you can set up your own public relations campaign yourself. And this is what I'm teaching you at the NATA PR School. I'll really show you step by step how to create your own PR campaign. And we've had many clients, many young entrepreneurs as well, who did the training with us and are extremely successful. So if you want more information, go on natapr.com. You'll have some information on our NATA PR School. And our next course is going to be in September. I will send you information very soon about this one. So we'll have courses like this where I'll be teaching you how to include PR and combine it to your social media a few times a year because I cannot do that full time, but I find it extremely interesting, and I love to help and have serve new clients that wouldn't be able to afford to work with a PR agency like ours. That's the whole idea behind the NATA PR School. But keep in mind that promotion is not the only solution. It won't create miracle and create sales just because you're spending a lot of money in promotion or because you've learned how to do it, especially if your product is not up to speed and doesn't provide consumers with a solution. In that case, you can have all the money in the world and the best marketing plan, work with the top professionals. It will not take off or have the impact you wish. You have to create a product. It can be super simple. Your solution, I find like this, the simpler the solution you have with your product, the more success you should have and that you will have. Let's talk about yoga jeans again. They created the most comfortable jeans in the world. So this is a jeans you can wear even to go do yoga. So the solution of the yoga jeans is comfort. You can create a bathing suit line. How many bathing suit lines is there in the world? Millions. But if your specific is to help women with large breasts, for example, that have really hard time finding bathing suit that gives them the support they need, for example, this will be your solution. Or you want to create a makeup line, you have this fun idea because nobody has created something simple to use that you can combine, let's say, top ingredient, skincare product combined with makeup, for example. So that's a solution that nobody's offering out there, you see? But it's still, at the end of the day, it's a makeup line. So find this answer. What is your solution? It can be something very simple, even if you create something that's there and there are millions of companies already doing it. Let me give you another example on how the web really helped those companies and what they did after they were created on the web. So in many countries, I'm sure you've seen this. Maybe you subscribe to those boxed, ready-to-cook meals like HelloFresh, Blue Apron, Gousto, and Goodfood. Some of them are now on they have like huge investors behind them. So they all have started on the web. And of course, since the pandemic, their popularity has literally exploded. Isn't that crazy? So these guys were lucky because they already had the perfect solution. If you were afraid to go out of your apartment, your home, you were worried to go to the supermarket to buy food and you didn't want to be in contact with anyone, you could subscribe to those boxes and have all the ingredients to cook some delicious food at home. So even before the pandemic, they were already successful because people are running around, working a lot, especially family. They love that because they have all the ingredients. You don't have to do in 5 different stores to find all the ingredients to create a fun recipe. And so they had proven themselves by already having an online presence, and they were already generating substantial sales, most of them, before they had other business partners. And they were able to collect plenty of data on their potential customers. So they already knew who were their typical clients. They already had a whole bunch of them, but they knew if they could reach many more, they would grow. So this is where you need resources. And this is where you will find people who are going to be ready to invest in your company, support you, help you grow, because you have all this data, but you can have it very easily, way more easily on the web today. But even if it's not super expensive, let's say to start a business today, we can start, you and I, a business overnight. But, if you add up your time and everything you spend you need to buy a computer, you need to buy a camera to do or use your iPhone to create videos. So this is, at the beginning, it's going to take you a lot of time, but time has a high value. As you grow, you will want to use this time differently. So it's true, to mark your customers eventually, you'll have to invest in PR and advertising campaigns. Nothing comes for free forever. You probably know this, right? By now, if you have your own social media platform, you've probably created, content, pictures, images, videos. So this, or a podcast like I'm doing right now. So this is time consuming. You invest time, and time is money. If you decide to work with a public relation agency that combines PR and influencers, it might cost you anywhere from $5,000 a month to $10,000 a month for a 6-month campaign, a 12-month campaign very often, because you might have this beautiful marketing plan with launches all over the year on a 12-month calendar. And you might add up to that another few $1,000s for someone who's going to manage all your social media platforms. So it can be costly, but it depends how big you are. If you want to know when you should be hiring a PR agency, that's another subject. I couldn't really answer that question. So get in touch with me. Book a free consultation. So how would I have liked to start my business online back in the days? I would have saved so much money. I wouldn't need to pay lawyers to do some researchers to find my name in my incorporation. It would have been very, very cheaper for sure. Imagine all the money companies are saving today because of internet, and the remote working. Especially since the pandemic. The world is going to change. You no longer need as much space for all your employees. And companies have the chance to really reorganize their employee schedule so you can combine working from home and working at the office. I think it's beautiful. So more freedom for everyone. I just love that. So this kind of flexibility, my friends, is only possible. Why? Because of the magic of internet. So I hope that you've enjoyed this episode and that you will join me next week, la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the NATA PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.